Okay, so you know how everyone's freaking out about robots taking over the world?
Mm-hmm.
It's not just about robots replacing us. It's about, like, this whole new set of skills becoming super important.
Yeah. Okay. I'm listening.
So remember how everyone kept saying, learn to code. Coding is the future. Well, not so fast.
Oh, so all those coding boot camps are a waste of time now.
Not exactly. Coding is still useful, but this study says employers are looking for something totally different. Like, they want critical thinking, creative problem solving, and even design skills.
Design?
Well,
Seriously, that's not what I would have guessed.
I know, right? But when you think about it, in a world where AI is doing all the routine stuff, being able to think outside the box and design solutions becomes, like, essential.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's not about being a coding whiz anymore. It's about being a master problem solver.
And that's where all those human skills come in. Like, yeah, AI is great at processing info, but it still can't really grasp things like emotional intelligence, understanding context, or ethical decision making.
So it's like AI is giving us permission to be more human.
In a way, yeah. Like, it's freeing us up from all those boring, repetitive tasks so we can focus on what WE do best. You know, connecting with people, understanding complex situations, making judgment calls that go beyond just the data.
And here's the kicker. You might think this is all about, like, the younger generation, but nope. This study found that everyone from Gen Z to boomers is interested in getting those AI skills.
Wow. A multi-generational AI wave. That's pretty wild.
Right. It's a clear sign that this isn't just some fad. AI is here to stay. It's going to touch every single industry.
Hey, want our free AI dope top AI tools that we use? Chat below. It's our live Google Sheets packed with over 100 killer tools, video, music, photos, AI voices, productivity, script writing, YouTube hacks, captions, the works. Always growing. Live Google Sheet. Always free. AI dope top AI tools that we use. Download and chat below. Back to the show.
Okay, so AI is changing the skills game, but let's get specific. Which industries are going to see the biggest impact?
Well, the report says IT, sales and marketing, finance, and business operations are all going to be majorly affected.
So it's not just Silicon Valley anymore, huh? AI is coming for everyone.
Exactly. It's going to be woven into our work lives, no matter what we do.
So what does this all mean for our listeners? I bet they're thinking, okay, so what am I supposed to do?
Right. I know. That's the big question.
No matter what your job is, you got to start thinking about how AI is going to change it. What parts of your work might get automated? What new opportunities might pop up? And most importantly, how can you use your unique human skills in this new AI world?
It's almost like we need to start thinking of ourselves as AI collaborators instead of AI competitors.
I like that. That's a great way to put it. It's not about us versus them. It's about figuring out how we can work together and use the strengths of both to create something even better.
Okay, I'm starting to feel a little more optimistic about this whole AI thing.
Yeah.
But there's one part of this study that still confuses me.
Let me guess, you're talking about that optimism gap.
You read my mind. The study found that employers are way more optimistic than employees about how AI can boost innovation and creativity. Why is that?
Well, it's a really interesting question, and I think there are a few reasons. First off, employers see the big picture. They're thinking about how AI can help their company grow, become more efficient, and ultimately succeed.
So they're focused on the potential benefits, while employees are more worried about the risks.
Yeah, I think that's part of it. Employees might be worried about AI taking over their jobs, leading to job losses or less job security. And they might also be uncertain about how their roles are going to change as AI gets integrated into everything.
It's the fear of the unknown, right?
Yeah.
We've seen this with every major technological shift throughout history.
Right. Like, remember when personal computers first came out? People were terrified that computers would take everyone's jobs. And to some extent, that did happen. But they also created a ton of new industries and jobs that we couldn't even imagine before.
So history's repeating itself. AI is shaking things up, but it's also opening up all these new possibilities.
Exactly. And just like with those past tech revolutions, the key to thriving in this AI era is being adaptable. Being able to learn, evolve, and embrace these new tools and technologies.
So what's the big takeaway here for our listeners?
The future is packed with possibilities, but you gotta be ready to grab them.
And how do we do that?
By developing those unique human skills we've been talking about. Critical thinking, creativity, problem solving, and yeah, even design. By accepting that AI isn't the enemy, it's a tool.
A tool that can help us unlock our full potential. if we're willing to adapt and learn.
Exactly.
And on that note, we're going to wrap up part 1 of our deep dive into AI skills for the future. We'll be back soon to dig even deeper into these ideas and uncover even more insights from this awesome study.
So before the break, we were talking about how AI is going to change the skills we need in all sorts of industries. But I think it'd be helpful to actually look at some examples, to really see how this plays out in the real world.
Yeah, totally. Specific examples always help me grasp these big ideas.
Absolutely. So let's start with healthcare. Imagine a world where AI can help doctors diagnose patients. Like, picture AI analyzing medical images, scanning through patient records, and flagging any potential problems. Super fast and super accurate.
That sounds like something straight out of Star Trek.
Mm.
But isn't there, a risk of AI making mistakes?
Mm-hmm.
Especially with something as important as healthcare.
That's a really good point. It's important to remember that AI in healthcare isn't about replacing doctors entirely. It's about giving them a powerful new tool. The AI can do the analysis, but it's still the doctor who interprets those results, talks to the patient, considers all their individual needs and worries, and ultimately makes the diagnosis.
It's more of a partnership.
Exactly. And that's where design thinking comes in. It's all about understanding the patient's experience, empathizing with their concerns, and using AI to create a more human-centered approach to healthcare.
Okay, I'm starting to see how design thinking fits into this whole AI world. But I still tend to think of design as more about visuals, like making things look good.
Yeah, a lot of people think that. But design thinking is about way more than just aesthetics. It's about understanding complex systems, finding those pain points, and coming up with creative solutions. For example, think about using AI to personalize a patient's treatment plan. The AI could factor in their lifestyle, their preferences, their medical history, all that stuff.
So it's about making healthcare more personalized and effective, using AI to make it work better for each individual person.
Exactly. Now, let's switch gears for a sec and talk about marketing, another industry that's ripe for disruption. Imagine using AI to analyze customer data, segment your audience, and tailor your marketing messages to make the biggest impact.
That sounds like a marketer's dream come true. No more generic campaigns that totally miss the mark.
Right. It's about sending the right message to the right person at the right time. AI can analyze tons of data to understand customer behavior, their preferences, their buying habits, and that leads to way more effective and engaging marketing.
But where does the human element fit in? It sounds like AI could handle all of that by itself.
While AI can do all the number crunching and targeting, it's still the human marketer who brings the creativity, the strategic thinking, and the ethical considerations to the table. They're the ones crafting those compelling stories, making sure the brand stays consistent, and building genuine connections with customers.
So it's about combining the power of AI with the art of storytelling and human connection.
You got it. The marketer becomes like an AI conductor, using technology to amplify their creativity and effectiveness.
We've talked healthcare, marketing, any other industries where AI is going to make a big splash.
Oh, absolutely. Finance is definitely another one where AI is about to completely change the game. Think about things like fraud detection, risk assessment, investment management. AI can analyze mountains of data to find patterns and anomalies that humans might miss.
So AI could help financial institutions become more secure and efficient.
Exactly, but it goes beyond just number crunching. AI can also help financial advisors give more personalized advice to their clients, taking into account their financial goals, their risk tolerance, all those individual factors.
So once again, it's using AI to improve the human experience, not to replace it.
You're getting it. AI can take care of the heavy lifting so financial professionals can focus on building relationships, really understanding what their clients need, and offering the best guidance.
This all sounds incredibly promising, but let's be real for a minute. Aren't there some potential downsides to all this AI integration?
Of course. With any powerful technology, there are going to be some risks. One of the biggest concerns is job displacement. As AI gets more sophisticated, it's likely to automate some tasks that are currently done by humans.
And that's the big fear a lot of people have, right? That robots will steal our jobs.
Yeah, it's a valid concern, and we need to address it head on. But if we look back at history, we can see that those big leaps forward in technology usually end up creating new jobs and even whole new industries, things we couldn't have even imagined before.
So it's not necessarily that jobs are disappearing, it's that they're evolving.
Right. The key is to stay adaptable, to be open to learning new skills. Instead of seeing AI as this big, scary threat, we need to think of it as a tool that can boost our abilities and open up new possibilities.
Okay, that makes sense. But what about the ethical side of AI? I've heard people worry about bias creeping into algorithms. leading to some unfair outcomes.
Yeah, that's a really important point. Like any powerful tool, AI can be misused. We need to develop and use AI systems in a responsible way, making sure they're fair, transparent, and accountable.
So it's not just about the techie stuff, it's about the ethical stuff too.
You got it. We need to make sure AI is used to benefit everyone, not just a select few. That means having honest conversations about the potential risks and working together to create safeguards and guidelines for responsible development and use of AI.
This is starting to feel much bigger than just what skills do I need to learn. It's about shaping the future of AI in a way that's good for everyone.
I totally agree. This is a pivotal moment. We have a chance to harness the incredible power of AI while staying true to our values, to make sure that technology serves humanity, not the other way around.
This has been super thought-provoking. So how do we prepare for this AI-powered future? What concrete steps can our listeners take today to make sure they thrive in this new world of work? Okay, so we've talked a lot about the big picture impact of AI, but how about some advice for our listeners? What can they do, like right now, to future-proof their careers?
You know, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? And honestly, the first step is simple. Never stop learning. The skills that are hot today might be obsolete tomorrow, so you got to stay curious and be ready to adapt.
So basically, get comfortable with being uncomfortable.
You nailed it. The world's changing faster than ever, and those who can keep learning and evolving are going to be the ones who succeed.
Got it. Continuous learning. What else?
Remember all those uniquely human skills we've been talking about. Critical thinking, creativity, problem solving, design thinking, double down on those. Because those are the things AI can't replicate, at least not yet.
Yeah, makes sense. Focus on what makes us human, right? Our ingenuity, our empathy, our ability to connect with each other on a deeper level.
Exactly. Those are the skills that will set you apart in a world where AI is doing more and more of the routine work. And if you want another AI dope deep dive, check this next video and ask yourself, how lucky are we to live in these AI dope times?